Okay, so YouTube today updated their harassment and cyberbullying policies. Last edited 5 hours ago. They want everybody to be welcome here at YouTube, and people are here to share, learn, and connect. But there are people who harass and even abuse others. They recognize that there was more that they could do, so today they did it. What is changing with the policy? We won't allow content that targets an individual with prolonged or malicious insults based on their intrinsic attributes, including their protected group status or physical traits. I think that's going to be key to a lot of channel holders here. So their physical traits, in other words, calling them, I don't know, fat, ugly, short, who knows? The line is very blurred at YouTube, but let's keep going. We've always removed videos that physically threaten someone, reveal confidential personal information, or encourage people to harass someone else. Moving forward, we're going a step further and not just removing explicit threats, but also veiled or implied threats. For example, simulating violence towards an individual or language suggesting physical violence may occur. Question: what are you doing to address patterns of harassment? Channels that repeatedly brush up against, so not completely violate, but brush up against our harassment policy will be suspended from the YouTube Partner Program, meaning your monetization will be in big trouble. We may also remove content from channels if they repeatedly harass someone. If this behavior continues, we will take more severe action, including issuing strikes or terminating a channel altogether. When is the policy changing? Today. We will begin removing content that violates the new aspects of the policy. This includes existing uploads. We will gradually ramp up enforcement in the coming months, and if your content violates this policy, you will be notified via email with the option to appeal if you think it's a mistake. Are there exceptions to the policy? As with all policies, there are certain exceptions, and context is key. There are some instances where certain slurs may be allowed. For example, if it empowers marginalized communities or is in service of education or art. We may allow content that includes harassment if the primary purpose is educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic in nature. You can learn more about the exceptions to this policy in the Help Center. How does YouTube develop policies? We don't need to know that. What tools exist for creators to moderate their comments? So another change you're going to see, there are many tools available to creators to help with comment moderation, including the ability to block words, phrases, links, and more. Most channels already have default settings that uses this technology to automatically detect things like spam, self-promotion, gibberish, and other potentially inappropriate comments, such as excessive profanity and taunts, but will not remove offensive comments solely for being negative or critical. The comments are held in the YouTube studio where channel owners can choose to approve, hide, or report. So that is, they're ramping that up a bit. So what tools, if you are being harassed, and it tells you what to do with that. But let's see here. December 11th. A stronger stance against threats and personal attacks. So, beyond threatening someone, there is demeaning language that goes too far. To establish a consistent criteria for what type of content is not allowed on YouTube, we're building upon the framework we used for our hate speech policy. We will no longer allow content that maliciously insults someone based on protected attributes such as their race, gender expression, or sexual orientation. And this applies to everyone from private individuals to YouTube creators to public officials. Consequences for a pattern of harassing behavior. Jesus, our whole community in trouble now. Something we heard from our creators that harassment sometimes takes the shape of a pattern of repeated behavior across multiple videos or comments, even if any individual video doesn't cross our policy line. To address this, we're tightening our policies for the YouTube Partner Program and getting tougher on those who engage in this harassing behavior. Ooh, channels that repeatedly brush up against this harassment policy will be suspended from the YPP, eliminating their ability to make money on YouTube. We may also remove your channel and all of that. Toxic comments, blah, blah, blah. Lord, things is finna change around here. Or will it change at all? I don't know. There was something else I wanted to click on, but I don't know where it went, though. Back. No, maybe that was it. Is it going to matter? Are you going to be reporting more people? Do you think that there are a lot of people in our community who harass each other? Are you against that? Are you for it? Do you participate in it? I don't know. Just questions. What's going to happen? Everybody was saying December 10th, December 10th, December 10th. That was COPA. This, I don't know, just came out the blue, honey. Maybe this is what people were talking about. Have YouTube taken down harassing, physically threatening a person with autism? I don't know. These are all questions that people are asking. But in any case, you little harassers, if you're out there harassing people, you better stop